Hokage get burning art at the start, Chapter 221 to 240. Chapter 221 Kyubi, Nine Tails, the demon fox itself. But at the same time as he laughed, the unconscious Naruto had successfully woken up. Damn it. This. Seeing Naruto's successful awakening, Killer Bee was shocked and stepped back, his face full of disbelief. Naruto, you finally woke up. How are you feeling now? Yamato and Guy immediately ran to Naruto happily after seeing it. Thank you for Nee's concern, I have completely defeated the demon. Really? Great. Impossible. It's impossible. Just when Yamato and Guy were happy for Naruto's victory over the demons, Killer Bee immediately questioned. After all, it took him several months to defeat the demon. But now Naruto defeated the demon in just a few minutes and successfully woke up. Of course, 10,000 people didn't believe it. Naruto, since Killer Bee doesn't believe it, then tell the big guys about your process of defeating your inner demon. Seeing Killer Bee's shocked expression, Kazama immediately laughed. No problem, in fact, at the beginning, I was really not the opponent of my inner demon, because he was indeed too powerful, but just when I was about to be swallowed by it, I suddenly saw a ray of green flame, which helped me to destroy myself. My inner demon turned into nothingness, and I woke up immediately. This. After hearing Naruto's narration, Killer Bee believed that the magical flame just now in Kazama indeed had the effect of eradicating demons. This instantly made Killer Bee admire Kazama for his 5-body throw. That, little brother Fengjan, just now I was blind, so I underestimated you. You have a lot of knowledge, so don't have the same knowledge as me. Killer Bee hurriedly apologized incessantly. As long as you can help the power of Naruto Master Kyubi, Nine Tails, as soon as possible, I can forgive you, otherwise. Kazama touched his fist as he spoke, causing the Killer Bee to back away in fright. No problem, it's up to me next. Killer Bee hurriedly told Naruto the key to controlling the tailed beast. Then he entered the spiritual world of Naruto, faced Kyubi, Nine Tails, with him, and began to compete for Kyubi, Nine Tails, chakra. Kazama knew that Naruto was going to run wild next. Therefore, Yamato, Guy, and Motoi were immediately supported so that they could not restrain Naruto in time. Then he summoned the Jinglian Demon Venerable. You immediately enter Naruto's spiritual world, anger Kyubi, Nine Tails, and force Kyubi, Nine Tails, to go completely berserk. Understood. Jinglian Yaozen immediately turned into a ray of flame and entered Naruto's body. Because Kazama couldn't enter Naruto's spiritual world, he could only rely on the strength of Jinglian Yaozen. Sorry Naruto, you will be completely dominated by the Kyubi, Nine Tails fox next, but don't worry. As long as I absorb the power of Kyubi, Nine Tails, I will help you completely master Kyubi, Nine Tails, the power of the demon fox. As soon as Kazama's voice fell, Naruto, who was practicing with Killer Bee, ran away instantly. The huge Kyubi, Nine Tails, demon fox body also appeared immediately. Haha, Uncle Ben finally came out. Oops. Killer Bee didn't know this was Kazama's plan, so he immediately transformed into the 8 tails to suppress Kyubi, Nine Tails. Before he could act, he was knocked to the ground by the demon fox of Kyubi, Nine Tails. A rubbish 8 tails dare to challenge me, just damn it. Master, the task was successfully completed. At this time, Jinglian Yaozen also reappeared beside Fengjan. Just now, you bastard attacked me the hardest. I was worried that I couldn't find you, but you actually showed up. Seeing the appearance of Jinglian Yaozen, Kyubi, Nine Tails, demon fox can be described as a murderous atmosphere. Chapter 222 Open 6 Tomo Rinnegan. Very well, you go back first. As ordered. So you are the master of this guy. I saw the Jinglian Yaozen turned into a flame and escaped into the body of the wind. The Kyubi, Nine Tails, fox immediately understood that all this was at the direction of Kazami. Yes, it seems that you are quite clever, stupid fox. I'm mad at me, if I don't cut you into 8 pieces, I'm not Kurama." Hearing Kazama's ridicule, the Kyubi, Nine-Tails, demon fox immediately became furious and immediately charged towards Kazama. "Then you really can't be a Kurama next time. Kamui." The power of the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan to pull the Kyubi, Nine-Tails demon fox into his own different space. Because his next fight with Kyubi, Nine-Tails will be devastating. If you don't pull yourself and Kyubi, Nine-Tails, into Kamui space, I'm afraid this paradise island will be razed to the ground in an instant. Little Misty, I didn't expect you to be able to use space techniques, but even so, you can't escape death. Kyubi, Nine-Tails, immediately launched a series of attacks into the wind. And Kazama didn't show weakness, and even used the full-body Susanoo to block all the attacks of Kyubi, Nine-Tails. HMPH, I can't think of anyone other than Madara who can cast a full-body Susanoo. Seeing this golden giant in the wind, even the Kyubi, Nine-Tails demon fox couldn't help but be taken aback. Madara's full-body Susanoo, is it qualified to be compared with me? Kazama immediately showed the Susanoo double swords, grass pheasant sword, shark muscle, Yushu ice mirror and burning sky bow in the hands of the complete body Susanoo. With the power of these 6 artifacts, Kazama defeated the Kyubi, Nine-Tails demon fox in a row. "I'm going to kill you, little bastard." At this point, Kyubi, Nine-Tails, was completely provoked, and immediately cast Tailed Beast Bomb into the wind. Good come. Was overjoyed after seeing it, and hurriedly rushed towards the Kyubi, Nine-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb. Ding! Absorbed Kyubi, Nine-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the power of 10 tails and transforming into the body of 10 tails. Ding! Congratulations to the host for opening 6 Tomo Rinnegan. Congratulations on obtaining the technique of Heavenly Hand Power. This technique allows the host to instantly reach the place where the eyes can reach when the 6 Tomo Rinnegans are turned on. It can make the person or thing within the line of sight change positions at will. Not only can attack instantly, the enemy can also avoid the enemy's attack. It seems that this technique is an upgraded version of Hiraishin, and it can also teleport without any markers. Not bad. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining the 2nd-ranked Strange Fire. Nothingness swallows the flame. This fire is the thing that swallows the sky and devours the earth, and has the ability to swallow all things. To be able to devour everything. This is too heaven-defying. Just when Kazama was excited about his newly acquired void-swallowing flame, as well as the power of the 6 Tomo Rinnegan and 10 tails, Kyubi, Nine-Tails, opposite was stunned by the wind. Because he just saw his tailed beast bomb in the wind with his own eyes. But Fengjan is still alive now, even unscathed. This made the Kyubi, Nine-Tails, fox feel incredible. From the time of the 6 Paths Immortals to the present, I have never seen anyone who can resist my tailed beast bomb. What is the origin of this kid called Kazama? Just as Kyubi, Nine-Tails, the demon fox was thinking in secret, Kazama looked at him again. Didn't you say you're going to cut me into pieces? But I'm still alive, why is that? Seeing Kagami laughing at himself again, Kyubi, Nine-Tails, was furious and burst into rage. Chapter 223 Gain the Power of 10 Tails. Little Misty, although I don't know how you evaded my Tailed Beast Bomb just now, you can't dodge this next move, Tailed Beast Bomb combo. Kyubi, Nine-Tails, opened his mouth wide, and all those dozens of Tailed Beast Bombs were killed in the wind. Humph. If it's on an ordinary person, it's inevitable, but I'm not an ordinary person. Kazama said and immediately cast his newly acquired 6 Tomo Rinnegan. This is... Kyubi, Nine-Tails, was startled again when he saw Kazama's current eyes. Because Kazama's eyes are now only 3 Tomo from the 9 Tomo Sharingan of the 6 Paths Immortal. For creatures like the Kyubi, Nine-Tails, demon fox, he knew exactly what kind of power Kazama's eyes now possess. And at the same time that Kyubi, Nine-Tails, fox was shocked by Kazama's eyes. Kazama has already performed the Heavenly Hand Power technique, swapping himself and Kyubi, Nine-Tails with each other. At this point, Kyuubi, Nine Tails, didn't know what was going on. Those dozens of tailed beast bombs all hit him, and the Kyuubi, Nine Tails, hit was riddled with holes. Thankfully Kyuubi, Nine Tails, has great healing powers. Otherwise, these dozen-tailed beast bombs are enough to send Kyuubi, Nine Tails, to the west. As expected of the ability of 6 Tomo Rinnegan, it is really powerful, really awesome. Seeing that he had made Kyuubi, Nine Tails, like this without any effort, Feng Jian was overjoyed. Because he wanted to convince Kyuubi, Nine Tails, to tame him, so that Kyuubi, Nine Tails, could help Naruto improve his strength. You bastard! Kyuubi, Nine Tails, is an extremely stubborn guy, even if he sees that he is no match for the wind. But he still did not give in, but once again gathered chakra and prepared to kill towards the wind. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, I don't have time to play with you. You have lived in Naruto's body for so long, and you haven't paid your rent yet. Now you should help Naruto and let him borrow your strength. Don't give me nonsense. My dignified Uncle Kyuubi, Nine Tails, how can you point fingers in front of me? Seeing that Kyuubi, Nine Tails, not only refused to accept himself, but even killed him again, Feng Jian laughed instead of being angry. Exactly, I will use you to try my nothingness swallowing inflammation. With a single hand in the wind, a black monster formed from nothingness and swallowing flames appeared out of thin air. The size of Kyuubi, Nine Tails, is already big enough, but the monster formed by the void swallowing flames in the wind is several times bigger than Kyuubi, Nine Tails. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, was taken aback when he saw that the monster summoned by Kazama was more powerful than himself. So he had to run away immediately. But who knew that nothingness would swallow Kyuubi, Nine Tails, in one bite? Are you satisfied? Hearing the words of the wind, he saw his body that was about to be completely swallowed by the Wuyan Yanyan. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, who has always been fearless, could not help but feel a little bit of fear. But he still did not want to surrender to the wind. I am part of the 10 Tails. Even if I surrender, I only surrender to the 10 Tails. Okay, you said it yourself, I'll convince you today, come out 10 Tails. What? Hearing Kazama's words, he saw that Kazama had actually become the body of 10 Tails. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, froze in shock. He originally just wanted to find an excuse not to surrender to Kazama. After all, in his cognition, only the 6 Paths Immortals possess the power of 10 Tails. But he didn't expect Kazama to have the power of 10 Tails, and now he just can't accept it. Chapter 224 Get Void Swallowing. Have you taken it now? I got it, I got it. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, could only lower his head when he saw Kazami's terrifying power. Okay, then I need you to help Naruto well, lend your strength to Naruto, and in return, I can kill your enemy. My enemy? Do you know who my enemy is? Hearing Kazama's words, Kyuubi, Nine Tails, was immediately taken aback. Uchiha Madara, he used Mangekyo Sharingan to control you, forced you to help him fight, and made you his psychic beast, am I right? Seeing that Fengjian is not only terrifying in strength, but even knows his past clearly. Kyuubi, Nine Tails, immediately fell in admiration. He originally thought that Kazama was the same as Uchiha Madara, who used himself as a weapon. But he never thought that Fengjian still wanted to avenge himself. At this time, even Kyuubi, Nine Tails, whose heart is like stone, felt a sense of gratitude towards Kazama. Don't worry, Kurama, said nothing, since I promised you to help Naruto, I will definitely be fully assisted Naruto in the future. Hearing what Kyuubi, Nine Tails, said, Kazama immediately nodded in satisfaction. At this time Kurama suddenly remembered something. I remember that Uchiha Madara was already dead, how can you help me get revenge? Kyuubi, Nine Tails, suddenly felt that he had been fooled by the wind. Uchiha Madara will be resurrected soon. What? Is this true? Hearing Kazama's words, Kyuubi, Nine Tails, was shocked. Of course, that's why I said that I want to help you get revenge. Don't worry, since you are saying no to 2, then I will naturally say no to 2. Good. "Kyuubi, Nine Tails," said and re-entered Naruto's body. Then Kazama used the power of Kamui again to bring himself and Naruto back to Paradise Island. At this time, Yamato, Guy and Killer Bee are constantly looking for the whereabouts of Naruto Hefeng. When they saw Kazama and Naruto who suddenly appeared, they jumped a lot. "I said, where did you two go? I thought you were swallowed by Kyuubi, Nine Tails." Killer Bee just saw Kyuubi, Nine Tails go berserk, so when he wakes up, he finds Naruto Hefeng missing. Naturally, they thought that the two of them were swallowed by Kyuubi, Nine Tails. "Don't worry, now not only have we not been swallowed by Kyuubi, Nine Tails, but Naruto has successfully obtained the power of Kyuubi, Nine Tails." "What? Is this true? Excellent." Hearing Kazama's words, Guy and Yamato were naturally overjoyed. Because their mission this time is to let Naruto succeed in the power of Master Kyuubi, Nine Tails. They thought it would take a long time, but they never thought it would be done so quickly. How is this possible? It is absolutely impossible. And when Killer Bee heard Kazama's words, he immediately shook his head into a rattle. "I said, Killer Bee, why are you always contradicting Konoha's ninjas?" At this time, together with the motorcycles of Kumogakure village, they all complained to Killer Bee. "I'm not against you, it's just that I haven't helped Naruto take chakra from Kyuubi, Nine Tails. How could he have Kyuubi, Nine Tails power again?" Just as Killer Bee was talking, Naruto, who had been in a coma, woke up. "Naruto, do you have the power of Master Kyuubi, Nine Tails?" Killer Bee hurriedly asked Naruto. "What Kyuubi, Nine Tails power? I don't know. Because of Kyuubi's, Nine Tails, runaway just now, Naruto has suffered short-term memory loss. Look, I'm right, without my help, Naruto would not be able to obtain the power of Kyuubi, Nine Tails." Killer Bee was instantly complacent. Because if Naruto really learned to control the power of Kyuubi, Nine Tails, himself, then Killer Bee would feel useless. "Naruto, try to extract the chakra of Kyuubi, Nine Tails, now." "Oh, good." Hearing Kazama's words, Naruto hurriedly communicated with Kyuubi, Nine Tails, in his body. Then Kyuubi, Nine Tails, put all his power on Naruto. I saw that Naruto directly crossed the Kyuubi, Nine Tails, chakra mode and advanced to the more powerful Kurama mode. At this time, except for the wind, everyone present was shocked. Killer Bee, in particular, slumped to the ground in shock. Chapter 225. Prepare to absorb Otsutsuki Kagaya. It's even more powerful than the fusion between me and Yao. But how did he do it? Looking at Naruto's Kurama mode at this time, Killer Bee was secretly shocked. Others may not know what this Kurama mode means. But for Killer Bee, who is also a Jinchuriki column force, he knows this Kurama model very well. This is the highest level of fusion of human Jinchuriki, column power and tailed beast. You must know that the fusion between him and the eight-tailed bull ghost took decades to achieve success. But now Naruto and his cultivation time only half a day. Killer Bee not be shocked to have achieved this level of integration. It stands to reason that this kid Naruto is very dull, and Kyuubi, Nine Tails, has a very irascible temper. The two of them should not be able to integrate to this extent, but now they are integrated seamlessly. If there is no medium in the middle, there is no way at all. It may be successful, who helped Naruto and Kyuubi, Nine Tails, merge successfully. Quote. Just when Killer Bee was thinking like this, he suddenly saw the smiling wind room, and he suddenly realized. Since Kazama was the first to know of the successful fusion of Naruto and Kyuubi, Nine Tails, it must be him who facilitated the fusion of Naruto and Kyuubi, Nine Tails. Ah, but since he has this ability, why did he come all the way to me to help Naruto master Kyuubi, Nine Tails? This kid is really unpredictable. Killer Bee got more and more headaches, and finally stopped thinking about it, because he couldn't think of it even if he wanted to break his scalp. Fantastic. It turns out that this is the power after fusion with Kyuubi, Nine Tails. At this time, Naruto, who turned into Kurama mode, jumped up and immediately cast Kyuubi, Nine Tails' chakra body. It shocked Yamato and the others, and even scared the animals on the island to run around. "Kyubi, Nine Tails, thank you for helping me," Naruto immediately said happily to Kyubi, Nine Tails, in his body. "Don't get me wrong, kid, if it wasn't for the wind, I wouldn't let you borrow my power." "What? The wind room?" Hearing the words of Kyubi, Nine Tails, Naruto knew that the reason why he could obtain the power of Kyubi, Nine Tails, so easily was because of Kazama's help. And listening to the voice of Kyubi, Nine Tails, it seems that he is still in awe of Kazama. This naturally made Naruto even more grateful and admired for Kazama. "Kaz, thank you so much." At this time, Naruto immediately put away the Kyubi, Nine Tails chakra, and said happily to the wind. "Kyubi, Nine Tails told me just now that you asked him to help me, thank you very much." "What? Kazama can command Kyubi, Nine Tails?" Hearing Naruto's thanks to Kazama, Yamato, Guy, and Killer Bee were all surprised. Especially Killer Bee, he has always believed that there is only the power of the master-tailed beast that he can perfect. But now that he saw the appearance of the wind, he knew that it was someone outside. Kazama not only controls the power of the tailed beast and his own Grand Master, but can even make the tailed beast obey him. This is something Killer Bee will never be able to do. With the power of Naruto Master Kyubi, Nine Tails, Kazama also successfully absorbed Kyubi, Nine Tails chakra and obtained the power of 10 Tails. As well as the new alien fire, and the Rinnegan of the 6th Tomo. Next, Kazama will prepare to absorb the power of Otsutsuki Kagaya. Because only by absorbing the power of Otsutsuki Kagaya, Kazama can open the 9 Tomo Samsara Sharingan. So Kazama immediately called Obito while everyone was resting. Chapter 226 The Ninja War begins. His Mokuden wood-style avatar, to Obito. There is half the power of Kyubi, Nine Tails, in it. As long as Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, absorbs Kyubi, Nine Tails, Black Zetsu will find the 9 Tails he captured beasts only have half of the chakra, and the action of resurrecting Otsutsuki Kagaya will also be slow. Then you will take the opportunity to confuse Black Zetsu, let him use his body to fuse with the tailed beast chakra, and then resurrect Otsutsuki Kagaya. Understood. Obito immediately brought the Mokuden, wood-style clone of Kazama back to Akatsuki. Obito, you are more capable than I thought. At this time, Black Zetsu didn't know that he had been caught in Kazama's plan. So after seeing the Mokuden, wood-style clone in Obito's hands, I thought it was the real Naruto. So he immediately burst into laughter. Next, as long as Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, absorbs Kyubi, 9 Tails, the 10 Tails can be resurrected successfully, and then Mother Kagaya can regain control of the entire ninja world. When the time comes, I will make you cramp and skin you, making your life worse than death, haha. But when Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, absorbed Kyubi, 9 Tails chakra, didn't turn into 10 Tails as Black Zetsu expected. Rather, it still maintains the appearance of Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, and stands there. How is this possible? Seeing that his Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, obviously absorbed the power of the 9-tailed beast, but still did not become 10 Tails. Black Zetsu was immediately puzzled and hurried to investigate the chakra inside Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path. It didn't matter that this probe, he suddenly vomited old blood with anger. It was because he discovered that in his Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, although there were 9-tailed beast chakras, they were only half. It is definitely impossible to resurrect Otsutsuki Kagaya anymore. What the hell is going on here? Why are all the tailed beasts you brought back with only half chakra? Black Zetsu immediately yelled at Obito and other Akatsuki members. At this time, Obito and others said to Black Zetsu according to the plan, when I captured Kyubi, 9 Tails Jinchuriki column force, I was blocked by the wind, and later he snatched it in Kyubi, 9 Tails, I don't know if it has anything to do with him. When you said that, I also remembered. At this time, Deidara, Sasori, Ghost Shark and others also immediately agreed. Quote. Kazama was also present when we captured the tailed beast. Judging from the current situation, it is very likely that this kid from Kazama is the devil. What? Oh, you little bastard in the wind, you dare to play with me. If I don't kill you this time, I will never be a human being. Seeing that Black Zetsu was about to collapse, Obito and the others immediately laughed secretly in their hearts. Because that's what Kazama gave them, to make Black Zetsu take aim at Kazama. This way, Black Zetsu will do whatever it takes to revive Otsutsuki Kagaya in order to kill Kazuma. Although Kazama is hateful, his strength has far surpassed us. If you want to defeat Kazama, you can only use the power of 10 tails. Yeah, now we must find a way to revive 10 tails as soon as possible. At this time, Obito and the others immediately began to use provocative tactics on Black Zetsu. Want it to immediately merge with Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, to resurrect the 10 tails, aka Otsutsuki Kagaya. But Obito and others underestimated Black Zetsu's stubbornness. At this time, Black Zetsu simply did not accept the proposal of Obito and others. Instead, tens of thousands of white Zetsu were immediately summoned from Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path. Chapter 227 The Army of White Zetsu and the Army of Impure World Reincarnation. This little brat in the wind is too deceiving, and dares to hide all the tailed beasts behind my back. Well, if that's the case, then I will turn the entire ninja world upside down. I don't believe that there is no trace of the tailed beasts. Are you going to fight the entire ninja world? Hearing Black Zetsu's words and seeing Black Zetsu's actions at this time, Obito and the others couldn't help but be shocked. Because what Black Zetsu is doing now is far beyond their and Kazama's expectations. Yes, I'm going to fight the entire ninja world. But with these hundreds of thousands of white Zetsu, we can't even shake the 5 major countries, let alone deal with the entire ninja world. Obito hurriedly stopped after seeing it. Because Kagaya's order to him is to make Black Zetsu resurrect Otsutsuki Kagaya as soon as possible. Now that things have developed in the other direction, Obito is naturally anxious. Obito, you underestimate me too. Do you think I really only have these white Zetsu? Kabuto. As soon as Black Zetsu finished speaking, Yakushi Kabuto appeared beside Black Zetsu. At this time, Yakushi Kabuto has completely mastered the sage art of Raichi Cave. The chakra emanating from his body made even Obito on the side a little surprised. Kabuto, let them all see your work. No problem. Yakushi Kabuto sneered and adjusted his glasses. At this time, the results of my many years of research, please appreciate it, Impure World Reincarnation. Immediately afterwards, an army of hundreds of thousands of Impure World Reincarnation ninjas appeared here. This is. Seeing these armies of dead people, Obito was once again taken aback. This is the ninja who died in the wars of the past. Although their strength is not top-notch, but with the use of hundreds of thousands of white Zetsu, that is the power to destroy the dead. How? Now our number has far exceeded the army of the 5 major countries. But even so, we can't destroy the entire ninja world. Obito also wants to continue to persuade Black Zetsu to give up starting the war. Don't worry, I still have cage-level masters from all over the world, as well as even more powerful ace. Yakushi Kabuto said and sneered again. Besides, our main purpose this time is not to destroy the ninja world, but to recover the 9-tailed beasts again. Black Zetsu has now completely listened to Kabuto's plan, and turned a deaf ear to Obito's persuasion. Then we'll start with Konoha, and then use it to defeat the ninja villages of the 5 major countries. At that time, I don't believe that the tailed beasts still have hiding places, haha. This time, I will not only successfully recover the tailed beast, but also dismantle the wind room into 8 pieces, smashing the bones into ashes. What? Black Zetsu actually united with Yakushi Kabuto and is ready to fight the entire ninja world. Taking advantage of Black Zetsu's inattention, Obito hurriedly told Kazama the news. At this time, Kazama just returned to Konoha. Black Zetsu, this bastard is really stubborn. Instead of resurrecting Otsutsuki Kagaya, he actually wants to fight the entire ninja world. Learning of Black Zetsu's actions, Kazama laughed in anger. It's all because of the incompetence of my subordinates. That's why Black Zetsu didn't act according to our plan. Please forgive me, Lord Kazama. Hearing Obito's words, Kazama immediately waved his hand with a smile. It doesn't matter, since this guy Black Zetsu doesn't give up and insists on catching the tailed beast alive, then I will force him into a corner and make him have to resurrect Otsutsuki Kagaya himself. At this moment, Kazama suddenly felt that many chakras appeared outside Konoha. Chapter 228. Are you floating or I can't hold the knife? So hurriedly displayed his pair of 6-tomo Rinnegan. With the improvement of Rinnegan's ability, Kazami can now see farther. Is this the army of the White Zetsu army and the impure world reincarnation? Seeing that Black Zetsu was moving so quickly, Kazama immediately laughed secretly. Okay Black Zetsu, since you can't wait to taste failure, then I'll do it for you. Kazuma-sama, are we going to turn against Black Zetsu now? No. Feng Jian rolled his eyes and immediately had an idea. You guys keep lurking next to Black Zetsu, and when the time comes, I will let you attack Black Zetsu. As ordered. Obito said and disappeared. Since he couldn't dare to turn his face on Black Zetsu now, he naturally had to hurry back to Black Zetsu's side. And the reason why Kazama didn't let Obito and the others turn their backs right now. It was because he wanted to let Obito and the others attack him when Black Zetsu was at his best. At that point, Black Zetsu will have a taste of despair. In this way, he will immediately resurrect Otsutsuki Kagaya. Enemy attack. Enemy attack. At this time, Konoha's guards also discovered the White Zetsu army and the Impure World Reincarnation army led by Black Zetsu. And at this time, not only Konoha, but Sunagakure, Kumogakure, Kurigakure, and Iwagakure villages were all attacked by the White Zetsu army and the Impure World Reincarnation army. Because the attack was too sudden, it directly hit the ninja village of the 5 countries by surprise. The Konoha side is led by Black Zetsu himself. The strongest of the many White Zetsu armies and Impure World Reincarnation armies. Because Black Zetsu knows that Kazama is not easy to deal with, and he also wants to use his current strength to defeat Kazama, so as to express the evil in his heart. Konoha bastards, if you know each other, hand over the Kyuubi, 9-tails kid to me, or I will raise your Konoha to the ground today. At this time, Black Zetsu was like the commander-in-chief of the 3 armies, and his army had completely destroyed the defense of Konoha. Hokage Tsunade saw this overwhelming enemy, and she immediately took a few steps back in shock. Even the so-called Sannin, she is now trembling with fear by the White Zetsu army and the Impure World Reincarnation army led by Black Zetsu. Damn, hurry up and inform the allies and let them send troops to support. Not good, Tsunade-sama. At this time, before Tsunade finished speaking, Shizune rushed over in a panic. The villages of Sunagakure, Kumogakure, Kurigakure, and Iwagakure allied with us were also attacked, and now they are asking us to send troops to support them. What? How could this be? Where did the enemy come from so many people to attack our 5 major countries at the same time? Master Tsunade, there are too many enemies, dozens of times more than our Konoha. What should we do next? Where's Kazama? Hurry up and inform Kazama. Seeing Konoha in crisis again, Tsunade can only pin his hopes on Kazama. Kazama led Naruto to practice in the Land of Thunder, and it seems that he hasn't come back yet. Why don't you see the figure of this kid Kazama every time it's critical? Sir Tsunade's words are too bad. What critical moment did I not show up? Just when Tsunade and the others were at a loss, Kazama immediately appeared in front of her. You bastard! Seeing Kazama finally appear, Tsunade was naturally overjoyed. Chapter 229. One person hangs 100,000 Impure World Reincarnation. The enemy's army consists of 2 sides. One is the White Zetsu who attacked our Konoha before, and the other is the Impure World Reincarnation Army under Yakushi Kabuto. Impure World Reincarnation. Hearing Kazama's words, Tsunade couldn't help being surprised. Because Impure World Reincarnation is the forbidden technique developed by the second-generation Hokage Senju Tobarama. Tsunade is very knowledgeable about this technique. White Zetsu is good to say, but I heard that this Impure World Reincarnation person has an immortal body, and he has infinite chakra, which is difficult to deal with. Don't worry, I am here, don't be afraid. Seeing that Taishan collapsed in the wind without changing his face, Tsunade's heart immediately dropped. Although in her eyes Fengjan is just a teenager, Tsunade felt that he was becoming more and more dependent on Kazama. Because Fengjan can always turn danger into safety at extremely dangerous moments. What shall we do next? Easy. Immediately order all the Konoha ninjas to retreat. What? Hearing Kazama's words, Tsunade was taken aback. I said, Fengjan, are you sleepy? We in Konoha are not enough, and you asked all of us to retreat. As long as we retreat here, the enemy will surely raze our entire Konoha to the ground. Don't worry, I have my own way to protect Konoha. Your top priority now is to order the Konoha ninja to retreat immediately, so as not to cause unnecessary casualties. Okay. Hearing Kazama's words, Tsunade couldn't understand, but she could only take pictures. After all, Kazama saved Konoha twice, and he could never be wrong. Humph, you know you're not my opponent, so have you given up your resistance? Black Zetsu, who was commanding the army and fighting against Konoha at this time. Seeing that Konoha actually retreated, he laughed out loud. And now Kazama wants to let Konoha's ninja army retreat. It is because he will use his Juyujin ancestral fire to summon the 100,000 yin soldiers and yin generals. If the Konoha ninja does not retreat at that time, it will definitely hurt the Konoha ninja accidentally. Black Zetsu, long time no see. You bastard in the wind, bastard. Seeing Kazama appear, Black Zetsu suddenly became furious. Because Kazama used his own power to defeat his plan to recover the tailed beast. As a result, the tailed beasts he recycles are half-finished products. How can he not be angry? Black Zetsu, it seems that I abused you too lightly. You dare to scold me as soon as you meet me. Don't talk nonsense to me, the little hair in the wind. I am not what I used to be. Open your dog's eyes and look at the army under my command. Don't say it's you, even the whole ninja world is not mine. Opponent, if you want Konoha to survive, then hand over all those tailed beasts you hid, and are cutting off both arms and legs. I might consider sparing Konoha. Quote. Then you don't have to think about it, because I don't know how to marry a tailed beast, and I will never do it if I cut off my arms and legs. Well, you little bastard, you really can't see the coffin without tears. Do you really think that with your own strength, you can stop my White Zetsu army and the Impure World Reincarnation army? Why not? Your army is nothing but ants in my opinion. Haha, laughing at me too, you little bastard can speak big words. Well, today I want to see how you deal with my army. I will turn you into a jerk today. Seeing Black Zetsu's army attacking again, Tsunade, who was watching the battle from behind, was also terrified. Chapter 230 Your men have surrendered to me. Although she knew Kazejian's strength was high, she still couldn't believe that Kazejian alone could stop the opponent's army of hundreds of thousands. And more than half of the opponent's army is the immortal Impure World Reincarnation Ninja. Humph. Tsunade, how did you become a Hokage? At this time, Homura Mitokado and Kaharu, the former high-level advisors of Konoha, immediately came here and scolded Tsunade. Aren't you two going to guard the Konoha gate? What are you doing here? Now that the battle is going on, Tsunade is too lazy to pay attention to these two. Nonsense, the enemy is about to tear down Konoha, what gates are we looking at? You are a dignified Hokage, and you actually listened to the attention of this little brat in the trade winds, and withdrew all our Konoha ninjas. Didn't you just surrender Konoha to the enemy? Don't give me nonsense, I believe that the wind room can stop the enemy's army. Hee, Fengjian alone can stop the enemy's army of hundreds of thousands. Lie to the ghost. If the wind room can stop the enemy's army, I, Homura Mitokado, will swim in the septic tank and butterfly. I also swim with Kaharu. Then you are all set to swim today. What? Hearing Tsunade's words, both Kaharu and Homura Mitokado immediately looked towards the battlefield ahead. It turned out that the wind room, who was fighting alone just now, actually attracted 100,000 troops out of thin air. He literally fought evenly with the army under Black Zetsu. When Kaharu and Homura Mitokado saw the face of Kazama's army, they slumped to the ground in shock. Because at this time, the 100,000 troops under Feng Shi's command are all skeleton-like yin soldiers and yin generals. You actually possess such abilities. Don't say it was Kaharu and Homura Mitokado who were surprised at this point. Even Black Zetsu, who was fighting with the wind, was dumbfounded. He originally thought that he could use the hundreds of thousands of troops under his command to hang the wind. But who would have known that Kazejian still had the more powerful 100,000 yin soldiers and yin generals? A few face-to-face moments passed. These were the menacing White Zetsu army and the Impure World Reincarnation army just now. The 100,000 yin soldiers and yin generals who were summoned by the wind were playing crap. How is this possible? Seeing that his White Zetsu army and Impure World Reincarnation army were so vulnerable in front of Kazama, Black Zetsu felt a burning pain in his face. Because before, he was so full of energy that he wanted to slap Fengjian in the face and regain the face he had lost in the past. But now, not only did he not get his face back, but he was slapped by the speed of light in the wind. How this doesn't annoy Black Zetsu. At this moment, the enraged Black Zetsu immediately summoned Deidara, Sasori, Oni, and Obito here. Xiaozamao in the wind, don't be too happy. Although my army was defeated by your 100,000 yin soldiers, all of our Akatsuki members are worth 100,000 soldiers, aren't you very cool, okay? Today I will show you the strength of our Akatsuki, all of you will go up together, it is bound to smash the wind to pieces, and raise Konoha to the ground for me. These men of yours are really awesome, but they won't help you now. Seeing that Black Zetsu had summoned Obito and the others who had long since surrendered to him, Kazama immediately burst out laughing. Don't pretend to force me. These people are my subordinates. If I tell them to go east, they won't dare to go west. Come on. Seeing that he had given an order, but Obito and the others still did not act, Black Zetsu was immediately shocked and angry. Akatsuki members are very good, far from the ordinary ninja army. Homura Mitokado and Kaharu, who were butterfly swimming in the septic tank, laughed again in the wind. Chapter 231 Crazy Face People. Tsunade, I advise you to hurry up and prepare a coffin for Kazama, because he will be killed by the Akatsuki members soon, haha. Seeing Homura Mitokado and Kaharu dare to shake the hearts of the army, Tsunade was instantly furious and dragged them over. You two have already lost the bet before, but now you still dare to look down on Fengjian, what is your intention? Don't care what our intentions are, in short, we just look down on Fengjian, how can we not be convinced? If you're not convinced, let Kazama defeat Akatsuki led by Black Zetsu. If Kazama can defeat the entire Akatsuki this time, I, Homura Mitokado, will live in this cesspool from now on. I live too. Kaharu hurriedly agreed. But if Kazama is defeated by the enemy this time, then you have to put the two of us back at the top of Konoha. Kaharu and Homura Mitokado let out the wickedness in their hearts in order to continue their high jobs and also to suppress Kazama. Tsunade whenever he had the chance. Then Uni will live in the cesspool forever. What? At this time, Kaharu and Homura Mitokado, who were betting with Tsunade, suddenly heard a sneer from Kazama in front of them. In front of Kazama, who possesses super sensibility, he naturally heard the taunting of Kaharu and Homura Mitokado just now. Little miscellaneous hair, you dare to be half-hearted during the war, I think you are tired of living. After Black Zetsu said that, he instructed Obito and the others to take action against Kazama again. But Obito and the others remained motionless, because they were all waiting for the signal from the wind. "Everyone, you can now slap Black Zetsu in the face." "What?" Hearing Kazama's sudden words, Black Zetsu was greatly puzzled. What was going on? He saw Obito and the others beside him all attacking him. Kaden, Fire Style, Flurry. C4 Garuda. Red Secret Skills 100 Machines Exercise. Sweden, Water Style, Shark. But in a split second, Obito, Deidara, Sasori, and Oni Shark beat Black Zetsu into a losing streak. Faced with this sudden change, don't say that Black Zetsu didn't expect it. Even Tsunade, Homura Mitokado and others in the back felt incredible. They never thought that Akatsuki's members would obey Kazama's orders. "You bastards, how dare you betray me?" At this moment, Black Zetsu was furious. "I have already planted my cells on them, why can you still control them?" Black Zetsu knows that Kazama has the strongest demonic illusion Kotoamatsukami and can control others without knowing it. But Black Zetsu also knows that Kazama's Kotoamatsukami doesn't work for him, nor for those with his own cells. Why he is deeply shocked to see Obito and others betray him now. "Because Deidara, Sasori, and Oni have already hit my Kotoamatsukami, I let them stay in Akatsuki just to get your information." You. Seeing that his Akatsuki members had already become Kazama's subordinates, Black Zetsu broke out in a cold sweat. He never expected that Fengjian was not only powerful, but even the city was so deep. "What about Obito? I remember that Obito was planted with cells by me before he saw you. Why would he let you drive him?" Black Zetsu couldn't figure out why even Obito would be Kazama's subordinate. Chapter 232 Prepare to slaughter the cage level of all dynasties. Because my Kotoamatsukami control has been enhanced to the extreme, even those who have your cells will be easily controlled by me. Things will no longer be hidden in the wind. After all, the Ninja World War has begun, in order to force Black Zetsu to resurrect Otsutsuki Kagaya as soon as possible for himself to absorb. Of course Kazama will show all his cards. Hearing what Kazama said, Black Zetsu suddenly felt as weak as an ant in front of Kazama. Had never felt since he had lived in Eternal. At this time, facing the crazy attacks from Obito and the others, Black Zetsu tried his best to dodge, but he was still torn apart. However, with its special body structure, Black Zetsu recovered in a few moments. "Humph, Kazama, do you think you can see me beheaded with these traitors, delusional? I never thought about killing you, I just wanted to torture you. You bastard." Now, Black Zetsu knows that he can't get anything cheap in Kazami's hands. So he immediately led the defeated generals under his command to flee in a hurry. "Don't be too happy, Xiaozamao in the wind, although I can't help the country of fire where you are, the other 4 countries will not have such good luck, haha." Hearing Black Zetsu's threat before leaving, Kazama laughed instead of anger. Because Kazama is deliberately letting Black Zetsu escape, and then destroying all his actions step by step. This will force Black Zetsu into having to revive Otsutsuki Kagaya with that half of the 9-tailed chakra. Deidara, Sasori, Ghost Shark. As Kazama spoke, Kakuzu and Hidan were summoned from the Kamui space. These two were also from Yakushi Kabuto and Pure World Reincarnation before, but now they are also controlled by Kazama. Subordinates are here. You guys go to the ninja villages of the 4 countries of wind, thunder, earth, and water to support them. Although Kazama deliberately let Black Zetsu escape, he couldn't really let Black Zetsu kill innocent people. And because Obito can move quickly because of space art, Kazama asked him to monitor the movements of Black Zetsu's army. "As soon as you see a cage-level Impure World Reincarnation appearing, let me know right away." Kazama knew that Yakushi Kabuto had cage-level masters of all dynasties, as well as Ace Impure World Reincarnation like Uchiha Madara. Although Yakushi Kabuto has not summoned them yet. But as the war situation goes, it won't be long before Yakushi Kabuto will have these people in the fight. At that time, the current 5 shadows will definitely not be their opponents, so Kazama has to take action. In fact, Kazama has long wanted to compete with Kage-level masters from various countries and Uchiha Madara. Because at that time, the wind will be able to absorb their abilities. With Obito and others leaving, Tsunade in the back was stunned by Kazama's series of operations. Tsunade had always been worried that Kazama was not a match for Black Zetsu and Akatsuki members. After all, the strength of these people is too great, even as Hokage himself, it is difficult to compete with them. But now Kazama can actually move a knife and a shot, which makes the members of Akatsuki turn their backs. Not only repel the Black Zetsu army, but also resolve the crisis in Konoha. Tsunade was completely convinced by Kazama's feats at this point. When Kaharu and Homura Mitokado saw that they had lost the bet again, they immediately wanted to take the opportunity to escape. But who knew that after only a few steps, Tsunade stopped him. Chapter 233 Travel to 5 countries in 1 second. Ni, is it time for you to keep your promise? As soon as Tsunade finished speaking, the Anbu ninja beside him threw Homura Mitokado and Kaharu directly into the cesspool. Because this will be the home of Homura Mitokado and Kaharu from now on. Yo, Ni's new home is nice. Sneered at Homura Mitokado and Kaharu as soon as he came to where Tsunade and the others were. At this time, when the two saw Fengjan appearing, they hurriedly knelt down at Fengjan and begged for mercy. Because they knew that in Konoha now, talking in the wind was better than Tsunade. But they didn't know that Fengjan had long hated them both. Shaking the hearts of the army is a killing without mercy. If it weren't for the fact that the two of you are old and you have done credit to Konoha, I would have torn your corpses into tens of thousands of pieces, and let me spare you, delusional, take me down. Quote. Hearing Kazama's words, several Anbu ninjas around hurriedly threw Homura Mitokado and Kaharu out. Although Kazama is just a genin now, in the hearts of everyone in Konoha, Kazama's status is much higher than Hokage Tsunade. Kazama, although our Konoha crisis has been lifted now, the ninja villages of the 4 countries that are allied with us are now being attacked by the enemy's army. What should we do? Tsunade was out of ideas at this point, she could only pin her hopes on Kazama. Now you immediately pick 4 messengers, go to the 4 Kingdoms ninja village, and tell them the identity and weaknesses of the enemy, so that they can deal with it. But our 5 major countries are far apart. When the messenger feels, it is estimated that the 4 major countries have been destroyed by the enemy. Don't worry, you can find someone, I have a way to get them there in no time. What? Tsunade felt that the wind was talking big. Because the 5 countries are indeed too far apart. Although Fengjan has the ability to travel thousands of miles in a flash, other people do not have this ability. But Tsunade still found 4 ninjas, because she also wanted to see how Kazama made the 4 arrive in an instant. Fengjan, I know that you have the ability to travel thousands of miles in a flash, but these people don't have the ability to defy the sky like you. Even if you hand it over to them now, they won't be able to learn it. Hearing Tsunade's words, Kazama smiled faintly. Immediately cast the 8th Desolation Destruction Yan, causing the 4 men's back fists to appear with flame wings. This is... Tsunade was taken aback when he saw the flaming wings behind the 4. Because when Kazama took Shino to look for the little fragrant worm, he used this flame to travel thousands of miles in a blink of an eye. Fengjan, you really opened my eyes. I never imagined that your flame wings could actually be applied to others. Of course, although this is not as fast as when I cast it myself, I can reach the 4 Kingdoms ninja village in no time. Weaknesses of White Zetsu and Impure World Reincarnation to the 4 of them. Immediately cast a spell and let the 4 of them rush towards the 4 countries. But we still don't have enough manpower. Tsunade started groaning again. After all, the enemy has an advantage in number. Now we must join forces with the help of other forces in the ninja world, by the way. Tsunade said and immediately looked at Kazama. I remember that you had a good relationship with Otogakur village before. And Otogakure village has 4 people with Jinchuriki, column power, so powerful. Can you persuade the leader of Otogakure village to lead the village ninjas to help our 5 kingdoms? Tsunade is not clear until now that Kazama is the real leader of Otogakure village. Chapter 234 Yurin Tsunade. This is. Kazama immediately laughed when he heard Tsunade's words. Had already sent a signal to Otogakure village when he defeated Black Zetsu just now. Let Orochimaru lead the main force of Otogakure village to gather at Konoha. To Lord Hokage, a group of ninjas calling themselves Otogakure village came to our Konoha. What? I just wanted to ask Otogakure village to help, but they have already arrived. This is really what I want, please come quickly. Long time no see, Tsunade. Orochimaru. And just as Tsunade was about to thank Otogakure for coming to support Konoha. Suddenly seeing that Orochimaru was in the lead, Tsunade was terrified. She thought Orochimaru wanted to take the opportunity to destroy Konoha, so she immediately ordered her men to prepare to attack Orochimaru. Tsunade, this time, I was ordered by the chief of our Otogakure village to support you Konoha. How could you be treating guests like this? Are you a ninja of Otogakure village? Or are you ordered by the chief of your Otogakure village? Hearing Orochimaru's words, Tsunade couldn't help but be surprised. Because she knew that Orochimaru dreamed of destroying Konoha, but now he came to help Konoha. And according to Orochimaru, he is not the leader of Otogakure village. Tsunade had a hard time believing that there was anyone in the world who could manage Orochimaru. Who is the chief of your Otogakure village? At this time Tsunade was even more curious about the leader of Otogakure village. Tsunade, should I call you smart or stupid? Orochimaru laughed immediately. Our Otogakure village chief saved you Konoha 3 times in a row, and you don't even know who he is. Save Konoha 3 times in a row. Hearing Orochimaru's words, Tsunade stepped back in shock. He looked to the side of the wind who was smiling at her. Kazama was the only one who saved Konoha 3 times in a row. Tsunade never thought that the ninja in his village was actually the leader of the powerful Otogakure village. Fangjan, you really are. At this moment, Tsunade was so shocked that he couldn't even speak. That's right, I'm the leader of Otogakure village. There was a reason for this, so I didn't explain the situation to you. Please don't take offense, Tsunade-sama. How dare I? Hearing Kazama's joke, Tsunade felt a little speechless. I know Orochimaru has some grudges with you and Jiraiya, but that's all in the past. Now he's a ninja in my Otogakure village, and he's here to help Konoha, so I hope you can put aside your previous hatred and cooperate with each other. Well, since you said so, I naturally have no opinion. Let's not talk about Kazama's face, let's just say that Orochimaru is now here to help Konoha's friendship. Tsunade had to let go of his old grudge. Kazama, are you really the chief of Otogakure village? Even after hearing Kazama's admission, Tsunade still couldn't believe it. What kind of tactics did you Otogakure use to recruit 4 people, Jinchuriki column force? I remember that these people Jinchuriki column force used to be from other villages. Tsunade is very interested in Kazama's methods of attracting talent. We'll talk about this later. And our Otogakure village is not a 4-person Jinchuriki column force, but a 5-person Jinchuriki column force. Because at the end of the Budo tournament, Jinchuriki column force from Nanao had already joined Otogakure village. What? Hearing this big news, Tsunade suddenly had the urge to join Otogakure village as well. Chapter 235 Prepare to snatch the golden horn silver horn ninja tool. Because the Otogakure village in the wind is indeed too awesome, too powerful. Stop talking and get back to business. Since Black Zetsu dares to declare war on our entire ninja world, then our Otogakure village can't sit idly by. Kazama said that. He applied the 8 destruction flames to the ninjas from his Otogakure village. Them to Kurigakure, Sunagakure, Iwagakure, and Kumogakure villages to defend against Black Zetsu's intrusion. Looking at these extraordinary ninjas in Otogakure village, let alone Tsunade, the whole Konoha ninjas are the envy of them. Because the strength displayed by Audiobook village now far exceeds that of the 5 major countries. Lord Kazama. At this moment, Obito immediately appeared from a space Uzumaki and came to Kazama and others. This is your subordinate too. Since Obito now covers his face with a mask, Tsunade doesn't know his true identity. She was amazed just to see that Obito could perform space ninjutsu. Not bad. Kazama said and looked at Obito again. What's wrong? Could someone from Cage-level Impure World Reincarnation appear? Cage-level Impure World Reincarnation. Hearing Kazama's words, Tsunade and the others were shocked. They thought that the enemies of the Impure World Reincarnation were all ordinary ninjas. Hearing what Kazama said today, it seems that there are still Cage-level masters hiding in it. If so, it would be even more difficult to deal with. Yes, the Golden Horn of Kumogakur village has been attacked by Impure World Reincarnation. Once these two appeared, they thwarted the defenses of Kumogakur village, and even Reikage was beaten and retreated by these two. Golden Corner, Silver Corner. Hearing what Obito said, everyone exclaimed at the moment. Because the two brothers, Golden Horn and Silver Horn, are the most notorious duo in the history of the ninja world. It was the two of them who staged the coup d'état at a ceremony in which the villages of Konoha and Kumogakur were allied. Killed the second-generation Reikage and the second-generation Hokage Senju Tobarama. Okay, if that's the case, then I have to go meet them. Kazama said, and prepared to use the Kamui space technique to go to Kumogakur village. Tsunade hurriedly stopped him at this time. In the wind, the two brothers from the Golden Horn and the Silver Horn are very powerful. Even the second-generation Hokage died at their hands, and I heard that the ninja tools of the two of them were left by the 6 Paths Immortals, which is not good. To deal with it, do you really want to risk yourself? Seeing that Kazama was about to head to Kumogakur village, Tsunade felt a little reluctant and worried. After all, we are allies with Kumogakur village. I can't wait to die. Besides, since the two brothers from the Golden Horn and Silver Horn killed the second-generation Hokage, they are our enemies of Konoha. This revenge is settled. But, just when Tsunade was about to say something else, Kazama immediately smiled and nodded at her. Don't worry, no one in this world can kill me. Kazama said and went to Kumogakur village with Obito. In fact, the reason why Kazama wanted to take action against the two brothers from the Golden Horn and Silver Horn this time. Not just to avenge the second Hokage and thwart Black Zetsu's conspiracy. More importantly, Kazama wants to take the opportunity to capture the Golden Horn Silver Horn ninja tool. That is, the golden rope, the purple gold gourd, the sword and the 7-star fan. These 4 ninja tools are all left by the 6 Paths Immortal, and their power is extremely powerful. Two brothers of the Golden Horn and Silver Horn were able to kill the second-generation Reikage and the second-generation Hokage at the beginning, relying on the power of these 4 ninja tools. Although the wind is now very strong. But Kazama's creed is that there is no strongest, only stronger. As expected of the Golden Horn, Silver Horn called the 2 rays of light in the cloud. Chapter 236, Let You Pretend. At this time in Kumogakur village, the 4th generation of Reikage has been fighting with Silver Horn, the Golden Horn of Impure World Reincarnation, for a long time. Although Impure World Reincarnation made the Golden Horn Silver Corner unable to play the strength before birth. On Impure World Reincarnation's infinite chakra and immortal body, it also made up for the lack of combat power of the two. Therefore, even if he is as strong as the 4th generation Reikage, he will inevitably be defeated by the two brothers from the Golden Horn and Silver Horn. Humph. Today's Kumogakur village has really gone downhill, and it makes you a rubbish Reikage. Seeing that the 4th generation of Reikage was not the opponent of the two of them, the Golden Horn Silver Corner immediately laughed at him. Damn. Damn your mother. The 4th generation of Reikage was about to fight back, but he was knocked to the ground by the Golden Horn hammer that suddenly rushed over. Black man, this time you are dead. Jin Zhao shook the golden rope wrapped around his arm as he spoke. Afterwards, Silverhorn cut off the spirit of words that escaped from Hokage of the 4th generation with the spirit-slaying sword. Oops. Seeing that he was hit by the golden rope and the sword, the 4th Hokage secretly thought that it was not good. Although he has not touched the golden horn Silverhorn before. But as Hokage, he is very clear about the role of the ninja tools held by these two. The golden rope can make people show the words that are often spoken, that is, the spirit of words. The spirit-slaying sword can sever and curse the enemy's word spirit. As long as the enemy speaks the words that appear frequently in the future, he will be sucked in by the purple gold gourd, and he will not be able to come out for eternity. The golden horn Silverhorn relied on the golden rope, the spirit-slaying sword and the purple gold gourd, but it killed many powerful enemies. At this time, the 4th generation of Hokage knew that he couldn't say anything after that. So he decided to keep silent, and then attacked the two of the golden horn and Silverhorn again. But what Hokage didn't expect was that now he didn't say anything, but he was still sucked in by Zijin gourd. How is this possible? Seeing his body being sucked into the gourd, the 4th generation Hokage couldn't help but ask his last question. Humph. Even if you don't say anything, as long as a certain amount of time passes, you will still be sucked in by the Zijin gourd. Silence is golden, but silence can sometimes kill people, haha. Seeing that the two of them easily solved the 4th generation Hokage, the golden horn Silvercorner immediately burst into laughter. But I think silence is the best way to deal with the enemy. Who? Just when the golden horn and Silverhorn two people laughed wildly. Kazama immediately appeared in front of the two of them. Humph, here comes another one who doesn't know whether to live or die. Seeing the appearance of the wind, the two people from the golden horn and the Silverhorn sneered again. Because no matter who it is, the two brothers will not take it seriously. Xiaozamao, your forehead seems to be a Konoha ninja. Didn't your current Hokage in Konoha tell you that the 2nd generation Hokage died at the hands of our two brothers? Neither of you Hokage is our opponent, you little boy. How dare you get in our way? Because you killed the 2nd generation Hokage, that's why I want to seek revenge for you. Ha ha. Hearing Kazama's words, the two brothers from the Golden Horn and the Silver Horn could be said to be laughing back and forth. Little Misty, don't think that you can act in front of us if you know space ninjutsu. As the Golden Horn roared, the golden rope on its arm immediately wrapped around the wind. Then the Silverhorn used the spirit-slaying sword to cut off Kazama's word spirit and successfully cursed it. Chapter 237 Hanging the Golden Horn. But at this time, the wind did not show any panic. Because he deliberately let the Golden Horn Silverhorn suck himself in. Otherwise, how could he rescue the 4th Hokage in the gourd? It really is the art of space. Being absorbed into the wind room inside the purple gold gourd, he immediately saw that this gourd was a different space. No wonder ninjas can't get out after being absorbed in, but unfortunately it's useless to me. Because for the wind room that owns Kamui, this purple gold gourd is no different from the neighbor's back garden. He can cast Kamui to get out of here at any time. Golden Horn, the current ninjas are too easy to deal with, they are just a bunch of garbage. It's not simple, but they are rubbish in the first place. Haha, I rely on it. It also hinders the two brothers from the Golden Horn and Silver Horn when they feel that they are invincible. Suddenly, he was hit by a powerful shockwave and rolled and crawled. How about me? Does my Shinra Tensei Almighty Push sign suit your taste? You actually. Looking at the dead and resurrected wind room, the two people from the Golden Horn and the Silver Corner were immediately stunned. They have never seen anyone come out of their purple gold gourd. Hokage who had been sucked into the gourd earlier. Xiaozamao, your luck is really good, you have rescued Hokage. Golden-footed Silver Brothers said viciously immediately. It's not that I'm lucky, it's that I deliberately entered your purple gold gourd so that the 4th generation of Hokage can be rescued. Bastard, how dare you underestimate us? Seeing that Fengjian didn't take his purple gold gourd seriously, the Golden Horn, the Silver Horn, was immediately furious. killed the past towards Kazama and Reikage respectively. Reikage is now sluggish due to his previous injuries. Seeing that Silver's corner was already coming towards him, Reikage couldn't move. Little miscellaneous hair, take care of yourself first. At this time, Jin Zhao saw that Kazama didn't pay attention to himself, but looked at Reikage who was on the side, which immediately made him angry. Directly waving the 7-star fan, the rushing room unleashed 5 attacks of wind, thunder, water, fire, and earth at one time. Then I'll have a good time with you guys. Kazama said that he immediately turned on the 6-Tomo Rinnegan, and used the power of the sky. An instant, the corner of Silver, who was attacking the 4th Reikage, switched places with himself. At this time, the Silver corner had not yet reacted to what was going on, and was knocked to the ground by the attack of the 7 stars fan. How is this possible? Seeing that his attack was clearly aimed at the wind, it suddenly hit Silver's corner. Golden Horn couldn't help but be surprised. Kazama opposite him, he didn't know when he appeared beside Reikage. Golden Horn suddenly felt that this person was unusual. Swapping positions. There is still such a ninjutsu in this world. At this time, the Golden Horn also saw the clue of this technique. But because he had never seen or heard of this technique before, the more he thought about it, the more frightened he felt. Now is not the time for half-heartedness. Just when Golden Horn was surprised by Kazami's abilities. Kazama has used his heavenly hands again, and he came to the back of the Golden Horn in an instant. He cut off both of his arms directly, and took advantage of the situation to capture his Kixing-yu and the golden rope. I accept your ninja tools rudely. Humph. Kid, don't get too complacent. Seeing the 7-star fan and the golden rope in Funyun's hands, Jin Zhao sneered again. Chapter 238 Hanging the Golden Corner Silver Corner. This is the ninja tool of the 6 Paths Immortal. Although it is powerful, it also needs to consume a lot of chakra. Except for our 2 brothers, no one can use it. Just as Jin Zhao was speaking, Kazama immediately used the 7-star fan to send out 5 attacks of wind, thunder, water, fire, and earth. The Golden Horn and the newly restored Silver Horn were once again wiped out. Didn't you say no one else can use it? Why can't I? You bastard. Seeing that even the 7-star fan can be easily used in the wind room, the 2 people from the Golden Horn and the Silver Horn felt unbelievable. Little devil, you are really beyond our expectations, but with your strength, you can only use it once. I don't believe you can continue to use it. The Golden Horn and Silver Corner, Kazama waved the 7-star fan to them continuously. Destroyed the 2 of them dozens of times. Seeing that Kazama could actually use the 7-star fan continuously, the 2 of Golden Horn and Silver Horn were dumbfounded. Because even they themselves can't do it continuously. After all, the chakra needed by this 7-star fan is very huge. Forgot to tell you, I'm infinite chakra. Just as the wind was talking, he had already used his heavenly hand to come behind Silver's corner. Silver Corner, be careful. Although the Golden Horn shouted with all his might, the wind room was indeed too fast after using the heavenly hand's strength. Almost in the blink of an eye, Silver Horn also had his arms cut off by the wind. The spirit-slaying sword and purple gold gourd from Silver's corner naturally fell into Kazama's hands. Seeing that the 6 Paths Immortal's 4 major ninja tools were all in hand, Kazama didn't bother to spend any more time with the Golden Horn and Silver Horn brothers. So he directly used the gold slashing rope and the spirit-slaying sword to absorb the Silver Horn into the purple gold gourd. It's your turn next. Fengjian said and looked at the Golden Horn. Are you voluntarily sucked into the gourd by me, or let me beat you to death and send you in? Hearing Kazama's ridicule, he saw that Kazama actually sucked his younger brother Silver's horn into the gourd. The Golden Horn was immediately furious. The appearance of his body immediately showed Yuhi's tailed beast suit. Be careful in the wind, Golden Horn has eaten Kyubi, 9 tails meat, and he also uses Kyubi, 9 tails chakra. Reikage on the side hurriedly shouted into the wind. But he forgot that Fengjian wasn't even afraid of the real QB, Nine Tails, so how could he be afraid of the half-finished product, the golden horn? Now that the chakra of QB, Nine Tails, has covered my whole body, the golden rope can't touch my body, so it can't work on me. It wants to suck me into the golden dream. With the roar of the golden horn, its tailed beast-like body immediately attacked the wind. Little Misty, I'm going to smash your corpse into tens of thousands of pieces and make you pay for killing Silverhorn. Want to kill me, in the next life? Facing the full blow of the golden horn-tailed beast, Kazami blocked him with one hand. You still possess such terrifying powers. Feeling the power of the wind at the moment, Jin Zhao couldn't help but be surprised. It's not just the magic power, my magic has already covered everything, the hungry ghost smiled coldly and devoured all the QB, Nine Tails, chakras of the golden horn. Then, before Jin Zhao could react, he was bound by the wind with a gold rope. Then he was cut off by the spirit-slaying sword, and finally was sucked in by the Zijin gourd. Seeing Kazama so easily defeated the golden horn Silverhorn, Reikage suddenly felt that compared to Hefeng, he was a useless person. This little brat in the wind is really amazing. Even the two brothers from the Golden Horn and the Silver Horn are not his opponents. Yakushi Kabuto sneered immediately. Chapter 239 Ready to hang 3 generations of Reikage. Well, in that case, I'll see how good you can be, Impure World Reincarnation. With the hand seal of Yakushi Kabuto, the 4th generation of Kazekage, the 3rd generation of Reikage, the 2nd generation of Tsuchikage, and the 2nd generation of Mizukage immediately appeared on the battlefield. Little miscellaneous hair in the wind, I'll see how you deal with it now, haha. With the appearance of these cage-level masters, the situation on the battlefield immediately turned into a one-sided situation. That is, the combined ninja army was completely suppressed by these cage-level Impure World Reincarnation masters. Akatsuki and Otogakur village, who were able to stand the upper hand at the beginning, were beaten and retreated. After all, these few were real cage-level masters, and their strength is much higher than that of Golden Horn and Silver Horn. Lord Kazama, it's not good. After hearing the news, Obito hurried to Kazama. In the battleground of the combined ninja army in the middle, the 2nd generation of Mizukage, the 2nd generation of Tsuchikage, the 3rd generation of Reikage and the 4th generation of Kazekage appeared one after another. Damn it, the enemy is really despicable, and it actually uses the cage-level masters of our villages in the past as weapons. The 4th generation Reikage on the side was furious when he heard it. I'll go to support now. Kazama knew that none of the ninja combined army in the middle could compete with these cage-level masters. Therefore, he must immediately go to support, otherwise it will cause a large number of deaths of the ninja combined army. Brother Kazama, these resurrected cage-level ninjas are extremely powerful. It's hard for you to deal with it alone, so let me go with you. Hearing the request of the 4th generation of Reikage, and seeing that the enemy in Kumogakur village was running out, Kazama immediately nodded. Kazama and the 4th generation Reikage arrived. The first to encounter was the 3rd generation Reikage. Father. He knew that his father was brought out by Impure World Reincarnation and was his enemy. The 4th generation Reikage was still a little excited at this time. Boy, you have grown a lot. Humph, now is not the time for you to reminisce. At this time, before the 3rd Reikage finished speaking, Yakushi Kabuto controlled his body and killed the 4th Reikage and Kazama. Now my body is out of control, don't be careless. Cast the armor of Raiden Thunder style has increased the speed to the ultimate, which is almost the same as the technique of Hiraishin. Fortunately, Kazama had 6 Tomo Rinnegan's, so he could see his attack route and evade it successfully. But the 4 generations of Reikage on the side did not have such good luck. So now, in a face-to-face effort, the 3rd generation Reikage was knocked upside down and flew out. I am sorry Fengjian, I wanted to help you, but I still drag you down. The 4th generation Reikage was very annoyed after he fell to the ground. It doesn't matter, then you can rest well and let me meet your 3 generations of rakeage. HMPH, little stray. Kazama, who rushed Yakushi Kabuto again, sneered. Kill the 4th rakeage first, and then come to deal with you. After all, he likes to pick up soft persimmons the most. Therefore, he immediately ordered the 3rd generation rakeage to kill the seriously injured 4th generation rakeage. Infernal thrusts are all 4. Is this the end? The 4th generation of rakeage knows his father's trump card very well. Anyone hit by this technique will surely die. So the 4th generation of rakeage could only close his eyes in despair. But the next moment he didn't feel any pain coming from his body. Chapter 240 Hanging 3 Generations of Rakeage. Immediately, he opened his eyes, only to realize that he had come behind the forehead of the 3rd generation of rakeage at some point. And where he was standing, the figure of Kazama appeared. Seeing Kazama save himself again, the 4th generation rakeage was moved to tears. But the next moment he immediately became worried for the wind. Because at this time, the 3 generations of rakeage, stabs from hell had already hit Kazama's body. Although the 4th generation of rakeage knew that Kazama's defense was strong. But he also knew that his father's stab from hell was even more powerful. Haha, Fangjan, you are courting death yourself. Yakushi Kabuto originally wanted to solve the 4th generation of rakeage first. But he didn't expect Kazama and the 4th rakeage to switch places. Although he didn't know how Kazama did it, he didn't care at all. Because he hated Fangjan to the bone for a long time, and wished to kill Fangjan earlier, so that he could get rid of the evil in his heart. What? But just when Yakushi Kabuto thought that Kazama would die at the hands of the 3rd generation of rakeage. However, it was discovered that Kazama actually absorbed all the attacks of the 3 generations of rakeage into the body. Ding! Absorbing 4 stabs from hell successfully. Congratulations to the host for getting 3 stabs from hell. Try this technique of mine, 3 of hell's thrusts. Hearing Kazami's words, he saw the trick Kazami was using now. Rakeage, the 4th rakeage, and the hidden Yakushi Kabuto were all taken aback. At this time, Feng Shi's body was surrounded by thunder and lightning, and it instantly knocked the 3rd generation rakeage hundreds of meters away. My God! Seeing that his father was beaten upside down by the wind, rakeage of the 4th generation was stunned. Because the 3 generations of rakeage are known for their physical strength. At the beginning, by his own strength, he resisted the enemy's army of tens of thousands. Now he was defeated by Kazama with one move. How could this not surprise the 4th generation of rakeage? You, a Konoha ninja, can actually use my unique skills, which is really surprising to me. Although the 3 generations of rakeage were knocked into the air by Kazama, they were then controlled by Yakushi Kabuto again and came to Kazama again. Although the 3rd generation of rakeage's body is now out of control, his mind is still his own. Therefore, seeing Kazama actually use a 3-handed skill that was even more powerful than his own 4-handed skill. 3 generations of rakeage are naturally amazed. It's been said that now is not the time for you to gossip. Seeing that the 3 generations of rakeage failed to kill Kazama, Yakushi Kabuto was immediately furious. So he once again commanded the 3 generation rakeage, making him perform the more powerful 2nd book. Be careful. 3rd generation of rakeage was about to warn Kazama, but at this time his attack had hit Kazama's body. Haha, little bastard. Don't think that you are very powerful if you block the 4-handed hand. The 3rd generation rakeage's hell thrust can increase its power as the number of fingers decreases. Just when Yakushi Kabuto was about to laugh wildly, he suddenly froze in place. Because he found that the 2nd book of the 3 generations of rakeage at this time did not cause any damage to Kazama. What the hell is going on here? Is this little bastard in the wind still a human being? How can he even absorb such a powerful 2nd book? Yakushi Kabuto is scratching his head in a hurry at this moment. Ding! Absorbing hell and protruding 2 books is a success. Congratulations to the host for obtaining Hell's Thorn 1 book.